Good afternoon. This is Reverend Bridge, and I am here to teach you dream interpretation. For those of you who don't know, I am the pastor of the Georgetown Circuit, which is comprised of Shady Grove AME Church and St. Stephen's AME Church in Georgetown, Georgia. I have a Master's of Divinity degree from Mercer University, and I'm just going to stop there because I have nursing degree, Bachelor of Science, Master's of Science. Anyway, science stuff doesn't matter right now other than, I got it. Okay. So, I bring that up because some people are hung up on degrees. Okay. So, I want you guys to get a little bit of knowledge and wisdom from what I learned while I was in seminary. One of the classes that I had to take was dream interpretation. It was an elective. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I thought it was just going to be an easy A. I took the class because I needed a mental and a mental break. I was a little tired. It was towards the end of my seminary experience. I tell people all the time, seminary is a different beast. I'd rather do nursing school over than do seminary again because you go through a lot. You have to take a hard look at yourself, and you're in constant prayer and meditation, plus you're learning a lot. So, but I thank God for the experience. It helped me grow. And this was one of the classes that really, really helped me personally. I've always had prophetic dreams. And I remember my professor saying to me, there's no such thing as in prophetic dreams. And let's just say the Holy Spirit showed up one day in class and I said something prophetically to her. She knew that it was God because I should not have known that about her. So it was a shift in the class that day. I think at that point we really realized that God does speak to us through dreams. And I think, from my professor's perspective, she realized that, hey, this person really is, she has a prophetic gift. So, from the secular perspective, I know that I'm an empath. I don't like to say a psychic, but, I see spirits. I hear them, and I'm okay with that. A lot of preachers would not be okay with that, but I am truly okay with it. I'm comfortable with it. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and dive into dream interpretation because I want everybody to realize that, God speaks to us, the Most High, our ancestors, our angels, our spirit guides. They speak to us through our dreams. Think about it. When you are awake, your mind is constantly going. You're busy, you're preoccupied. But when we're asleep, when we get into that REM sleep, that is the deepest sleep that we encounter, or should encounter, unless you have some type of, insomnia or something else going on. But when you get into REM sleep, that's that uninterrupted time where we can get those downloads from the Most High and from those other guides to help us. A lot of times we ignore our dreams because why? We think that it was just a foolish dream. It was just something silly. I was tired. I ate the wrong thing. I looked at a crazy movie before I went to bed. I'm here to encourage you that that is not the case, okay? I don't care how minute the dream may seem or how big it may seem. There's always a message, okay? And that's what I want to teach you today. So I'm going to use a dream that I kept having while I was in seminary. This is actually a dream that I used in the class because I have prophetic dreams, I never could really come up with a dream to use as we were learning in class. I remember one of my classmates, he said to me, well, Bridget, what do you have? And I said, I don't have anything. I haven't really been dreaming. He was like, you got to dream about something. I said, well, my dreams always come true. And I don't really want to, I don't want to use anybody else's, dreams that I have about other people to learn this process. And he said, well, just give us one. And I thought about this particular dream because at that point I had had the exact same dream 3 times. And when I worked through the process that our professor was teaching, and I applied it to that dream that I had 3 times, y'all, it literally scared the living daylights out of me. And I was just like, oh my God, there is a method to the madness. So I'm going to tell you the dream, and then I'm going to teach you the process. I'm trying for this video not to be too long. So if anybody ever wants to reach out to me, I am a teacher by nature. I am happy to help you. My email is Reverend, and it's spelled out REVEREND, Bridge, BRIDGE, @gmail.com. And if you want to find me on Facebook, you can just look up my church, Georgetown Circuit. You can send a message, you can send a message through Messenger, or you can send me a message on YouTube, or, make a comment or whatever. But I hope that this process helps somebody or multiple people. I hope that you are blessed from this process. So the dream. I was in this dream, like I said, I had it 3 times. Godzilla was running after me. I was in downtown Atlanta. I was dressed as Wonder Woman, and Godzilla was literally stomping through the streets of downtown Atlanta. There were a lot of people running down the streets like you used to see in those old Godzilla movies. People were trying to get away from Godzilla, but Godzilla was only after me. I'm running, and I turn around, and I have my super thing, my little, I don't know what it was. Let's just say my superpower one. And I'm like, choom, choom, choom. And I'm firing at Godzilla, and he's just stomping after me. And I'll run, and I'll turn around again, choom, choom, choom. And I would fire at Godzilla. And I woke up. Okay. But I had the dream 2 more times. You guys, I thought that it was just a silly dream where I was just dreaming about Godzilla, because I do love Godzilla movies. Used to look at them a lot as a child. I ignored it. And I remember that day when my classmates said that to me. And I said, well, you know what? Let's work through the process with the Godzilla dream. Okay, so I hope that you can see this. Major images. What you want to do first is you want to write down your dream, or write down the major images from your dream. This is your major images should be nouns, pronouns, mostly. Okay. Then you want to write down words associated with your major images. These are going to be verbs, adjectives, nouns, pronouns, anything that comes to mind. Now, I'm sorry, let me piggyback, because this is something that I always do before I'm doing a dream interpretation. Before you start, always pray. Okay, you want to make sure that you are bringing in the right energy when you're doing this, because this is a spiritual work. This is something of a different, you're in the physical realm, but you're trying to bring information down from the spiritual realm. So you want to make sure that you pray first, or if you don't pray, at least meditate before you start. And you want to make sure that your intention is right, because you want to make sure that you're getting the messages from the Most High and from your God, your spirit guides. Okay, so I'm gonna hold this up again. Write down your dream, then, or at least the major images, and then you want to write down words associated with those major images. Now, you don't want to spend too much time thinking about this. If you got to force yourself into the words, then those are not the right words. These things should pop out immediately. It just, all I can tell you, the only way I can describe this is the energy is fluid. And when you do this, you should be able to just flow. Okay. If you have prayed and meditated correctly, this should just flow when you get ready to do it. Okay. So I'm going to bend this paper, because the bottom part has the dream stuff from my Godzilla dream. My major images that stood out in my spirit from this dream was Godzilla, myself, Bridget, and downtown. Now, these were the images, the words that came from each one. If you see, with Godzilla, I had these are things that came to my spirit pertaining to those three major images. Stomping after me, big, monster, green. With me, fighting, superpowers, strong, tired. With downtown, people, running, shelter, and afraid. Those were the things that came out in my spirit when I worked through the process. Now, what you want to do after you have that, you want to look at that and you want to circle what stood out from the list of your major images and from the words associated with those major images. Okay? This right here were the things that I had circled when I did the dream process. Okay? You see that Godzilla and myself, stomping after me, big, monster, strong, and fighting. Those were things that resonated in my spirit from the major images and the words associated. Now, when I was in class and I put it together, what you do when you have these things circled, you look at it and you pray again or meditate, pray and or meditate, and you're going to get a message. The message that I got when I did this in class was my business partner at the time was in the process, had just stolen my business from me. And it was my share of the business was $2 million. I had started a clinical research business and it was very lucrative, but this person was a true thief. He was the Godzilla. God was warning me that he was coming after me. He was stomping. Godzilla was stomping after Bridget. Bridget is a fighter because I don't give up. She's strong. But this thing was going to be big and it was a monster. He was a monster, a big monster in my life. That was, I'm not going to get into the details of everything that happened, but it was a lot of legal stuff that happened behind this business partner and I separating. I had this dream 3 times and I ignored it, thinking I've been looking at too many Godzilla movies. I need to get off that sci-fi channel. But really, what the Most High and my guides, my spirit guides, what they were doing is they were warning me about what was going on in my life. So all I can tell you guys is don't ignore the signs. God gives us signs and warnings all the time. When we are asleep, we are automatically in a restful state, in a peaceful state, and that is when they can communicate with us. So I hope that this video helps somebody interpret their dreams. Work the process. Work the process. It works. I promise you it works. And like I said, I'm always available to anybody. We don't have to know each other. You can email me. You can send me a message, however you want to do it. ReverendBridge@gmail.com. # Georgetown Circuit is my church. I am here to help mankind, to help anybody get through this journey, as we are all on the spiritual journey, just trying to get through. None of us are perfect, but we are here to help each other. So I hope that you are blessed by it, and you guys have a wonderful day.